There's a version of you that never started, never posted, never tried, never spoke up, never took the risk. And you know exactly why that version exists. Because somewhere along the way, you handed the remote control of your life to other people. People who don't pay your bills. People who don't lose sleep over your dreams. People who, honestly, are too busy worrying about what you think of them. Today, that stops. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you didn't do something? Not because you couldn't, not because you weren't ready, but because you were scared of what someone might say. A comment, a look, a laugh, a whispered conversation you'd never even hear. You sacrificed your potential on the altar of someone else's opinion. And the crazy part? That opinion probably never even happened. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The prison you're living in has no walls. It has no guards. The door has been open this entire time. You built it yourself, brick by brick, every time you asked, "But what will people think?" Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, one of the most powerful men to ever walk this earth, wrote something in his private journal over 2,000 years ago that still hits harder than anything on your timeline today. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Read that again. You have power over your mind, not outside events, not people, not their opinions, not their judgments, just your mind. That's it. That's the whole game. And once you truly understand that, not just hear it, but feel it in your chest, everything changes. Because here's what's actually happening when you worry about what people think. You are voluntarily giving away the only thing that is truly yours. Your mental energy, your focus, your peace. You're donating it for free to people who didn't ask for it and won't use it wisely. You are the bank, and you keep giving out loans to people who will never pay you back. Now let's zoom out for a second. I want you to really do this. Zoom all the way out. There are 8 billion people on this planet right now. 8 billion lives, 8 billion problems, 8 billion stories happening simultaneously. And in that ocean of human experience, where people are fighting wars, chasing dreams, losing loved ones, building empires, you are afraid. Of what, exactly? That someone might not like your haircut? That someone might disagree with your opinion? That someone might think your idea is stupid? Do you see how microscopic that is? Do you see how small that problem shrinks when you hold it up against the scale of everything? You were worried about a raindrop in the middle of the ocean, and here's the part that really needs to land. You came into this world alone. No one was there inside that experience with you. And when your time comes to leave, regardless of how many people are in the room, you will make that journey alone, too. Everything in between is yours. Your one shot. Your one run. And you want to spend it performing for an audience that didn't buy a ticket. The people whose opinions paralyze you. Think about who they actually are. Most of them are not living boldly either. Most of them are not taking risks. Most of them are sitting in the same mental prison, projecting their own fears onto you because your movement makes them uncomfortable. Misery doesn't just love company, it recruits. And here's the part that will set you completely free. Listen carefully. They are going to have an opinion anyway, whether you play it safe or you go all in, whether you stay quiet or you speak, whether you shrink yourself to fit their comfort or you expand into everything you're capable of. They will still have something to say. The judgment doesn't stop when you comply. It just changes shape. So if criticism is coming either way, you might as well earn it doing something that matters to you. There is no version of your life where everyone approves. That version doesn't exist. It never existed. Chasing it is like chasing a horizon. You walk forever and it never gets closer. So here's what you do instead. You shift the obsession. Instead of obsessing over what they think of you, you become obsessed with who you are becoming. Every single day, 1% better. One conversation that scares you. One decision that serves your future self instead of your current comfort. One moment where you choose your growth over their approval. That is the work. Quiet, consistent, Unapologetic self-improvement. Not for the gram, not for the comments. Not so someone at a dinner table 20 years from now says, "Wow, they turned out all right." For you. Only for you. Marcus Aurelius ran an empire and still had to remind himself daily that the only thing in his control was his own mind. If he needed that reminder, so do you. So do I. It's not a lesson you learn once. It's a practice. Every morning you wake up and you choose, will I live for their story of me, or will I live for mine? You already know the answer. You've always known. You just needed permission to act on it. Stop performing. Start living. The only opinion that will matter at the end of your life is the one you hold about yourself. And you want that opinion to be, I went for it. Fully. Without apology. Now go.